You're listening to Support Creative Souls podcast, highlighting and supporting inspiring creatives, plus a few shoe stories to help kick up your innovative journey. Hosted by me, Stefani V.
What's up, guys? You're here with Support Creative Souls. We are at We Co-work Space in Midtown Houston, our lovely sponsored place. It's been a minute, but we are back and have some great guests coming, especially the one today. We are here with Charliy Moore.
Hi, everybody.
AKA Charmaine Moore.
Yes, that's the government.
Yeah. So we're so excited to have you as a guest.
Thank you for having
and
me.
we want to know a little bit about you. Break it down.
So I am slightly a Houston native, slightly not.
Okay.
People tell me I shouldn't really claim Houston. I was born here, but I was raised in Austin.
Oh, well, we claim you.
Right, North Side, Children's Hospital, hey.
Yeah.
But I was raised in Austin, and I moved back to Houston about 4 years ago.
Okay.
I went to school for fashion retail management. Actually started in design and then went to retail management. Now kind of went back into school now for
nice.
business, so I can head to law school.
Yeah, I always tell people, I'm like, you can always go back to school.
Yeah. Yeah, it's different starting over now that I'm full-time working.
Yeah.
I work with A Better Broadcasting Media, and I am the president over Blessed Beats Media.
Ooh.
So
I'm here with the president of the company.
it sounds so great. It's cool. But then there's like the phone calls at midnight. So it's like,
Yeah, entrepreneur life, 24/7. People
Always
don't understand
on.
that.
Always on.
Yeah, so where did you get the idea of creating Blessed Beats?
So I'm actually not the creator of Blessed Beats.
Oh.
I am the acting president of operations. So I oversee all things. I'm his right-hand woman. I started with Blessed Beats as acting president last year.
Okay.
But I started as an intern with him, and then became an executive producer for the show that was on 93.7 on Sundays. And then we expanded the company, and I kind of took over from there.
And that is great information, because I tell a lot of the students, a lot of the kids that we talk to, like, the best way to start out in any type of career is find you a mentor, an intern.
Yeah.
You never know where that internship's going to land you, who you're going to meet in terms of that.
Yeah.
And it's just a great example here. Now you're president of all the everything that's going on.
Yeah.
So, which is a lot of things.
It is a lot.
So how has Blessed Beats evolved since you started?
So Blessed Beats, we went from being a show, which was, like I said, on 93.7, Breakfast Club and iHeartRadio. And so I was an executive producer for that, and then we started to expand and kind of grow our team. So I was like, I can't do this by myself. I had a producer with me, and then I also expanded and started adding like people to our media and digital marketing team. And then once we opened up Blessed Beats Radio, we went from a show into a radio station. I took over that, and now it's just kind of become this full conglomerate of like inspirational media, and then we expanded, added another entity, which is 92 KLZ, it's hip hop and R&B. So I oversee that. Just kind of, I work with positioning the companies, helping them with marketing and branding and promotion,
which is like the most important thing nowadays.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of entrepreneurs feel like, I have this great idea, I'm gonna do it, and here it is, and then it's like, but I don't know how to market it, I don't know how to brand it, I don't know where to go with it, and it's just kind of like, if you don't have that and you don't have that type of a plan, or people that can put that plan into place, you're just kind of beating your head up against a brick wall. Am I right?
No, you're right. Like, even now, like, I sent a text message to my group last night, and I was like, all right, guys, it's time to meet, because we've been active, but now it's time to go back to the drawing board and redo our vision. And I think a lot of people think that, like, when you start something, you have to just go with the initial plan. But if it's not working for you, and you see that your brand is taking you in another direction, and you're getting more feedback from that, I think it's fine to restart.
And I always preach that, like, take a step back and rebrand. It's not failing, it's just getting a hold of what you already have and figuring out a different method. So you talk about your tribe, like, of people. How does it feel like to be able to work with all different types of people? I'm sure, do you have like a very diverse group of people you work with?
I feel like my whole life has been a training like a training camp for where I am now. My parents were in ministry growing up, so my parents had 3 different churches in 3 different cities.
Wow.
So there was 3 different groups of people that I always had to learn, and then my parents always pushed me to do like leadership type things in school. So I got to
always
learn.
been in control.
Yeah, not in control. I've always been a team player.
Okay.
Always been a team player, because I really don't even see myself so much as a leader. I do see myself as an influencer, but not for people to follow me. But I see myself being able to kind of motivate people to get the job done. That's kind of like how I see everything now.
That's pretty much how most people want to work with someone like that.
Yeah.
People that have the control are just not understanding a better way to lead.
Yes.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, like, I realize that, and it's something that I'm still learning, because you know, I'm growing, and I have amazing mentors that tell me, like, okay, this is how you lead. It's really about motivating and taking the strengths of your people. Yeah. And so now I'm really getting to sit back and watch the strengths of the people that are with me and put them in those places instead of trying to make them become something that they're not.
That's what it's all about. It's like, because you're not only helping yourself in that sense, but you're helping others.
Yeah.
And I feel like you get more gratitude in that, and then instead of just hiring somebody who's already got it all, you're like, okay, you want that, you want to eventually get that way, but at the same time, you know that in the process, you're motivating people to do better and be better, which is great.
Yeah.
Part of being an entrepreneur, guys. Okay.
Yeah.
So you talk about your family as entrepreneurs. So is that where you got your entrepreneurial spirit?
Literally all my family.
Wow.
Like all of my family in some way is in the leadership role, even outside of like my parents' like ministry role. Mm-hmm. They have always been leaders in whatever that they do. So they're always training other people, always, you know, preparing other people. My mother has her own nonprofit that works with women, so she's always had like a team with her. Mm-hmm. So I've learned that, my skills, through my parents and my uncles and my aunts, my older sister. Like a lot of people think that I'm hard on myself, but I'm really not. I just have like a strong group of leaders around me who have high expectations for me. Yeah. So sometimes when I feel like I'm doing my bare minimum, everyone's like, "Oh, you're doing so great," and I'm like, "Oh, like this is nothing."
Well, and you know, I have those discussions with my husband all the time, like, I'm not doing enough, or I should be doing more.
Yeah.
But people from the outside look at you and be like, when do you have time to just...
I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
Like, since I met you, I have been like following you, and I'm like, I'm not doing anything. Like, Stephanie's always doing something, and I'm like, how?
But it's crazy, because even I feel that way about other people.
Yeah.
You know, and even though I'm doing things, I still don't feel like it's enough sometimes, or it's organized the best way, or maybe I'm not marketing it the right way. You know, it's always that fear. I think a lot of entrepreneurs have that, and it's that, you know, the whole thing of social media.
Yeah,
you know, sometimes I wish I could just like turn off my Instagram, turn off my Facebook, and just be happy where I am. And I've preached that so many times, and I still struggle with it. So I know, like, it's not easy.
Well, I definitely feel like you're doing it right. Thanks. Because there's like an authenticity to what you're doing. Like, we're about to have a moment, y'all. No, seriously, because there's some people who put on and they're influencers. Yeah. But there are some people who are influential when they do things. And you're one of those influential people. And you also share a part of your journey, which makes it so much more real and easier to follow.
Well, I appreciate you saying that, because that's my ultimate goal. It's not to be the influencer to eat the candy bars that I'm eating. It's just that, like, if you see me eating, you know what I mean? You know, so it's like, I don't care what you like, but if you think you like it, that's great. I've influenced you.
No, really. So like around Harvey, when you were really like reaching out to people, like, we're doing this and that, I was like, wow, like she's really a part of what she does, and you had a way of incorporating your brand with it. Yeah. So like it was amazing.
I think it's all about, and maybe for you, and I know that you've started out with fashion and designing and things like that. But now that you've gone into a different mode, I feel like, have you found purpose in what you're doing, or do you still feel like you're trying to find that?
I feel like I've found a part of my purpose.
Okay.
So media, like all of that was not my, like, far from it. Like I was not interested in it. Music more so, yeah. So like I get to connect to that part, but now I do feel like because I get to have more of a reach, and that's a whole nother outlet that I'm understanding is radio is still a thing. Digital media is really like a thing, and it's a way to reach out to people. And I do feel like in the end goal, it's to be able to motivate, inspire people, and like get them going, get them like pumped up and ready for life. And so I do feel like this is a part of my purpose.
Yeah, and that's why I feel like in the last couple of years I've found that. Yeah. And once you find like really what your passion and your purpose is, you can be able to you find like things to kind of just fall in place instead of you like forcing it. I thought music was my sole purpose. I thought it was just to be a singer. And then I realized, well, not everybody likes my music. I'm not selling millions of CDs. I'm not a pop star.
Right?
But what can I do with my music to motivate people? That, okay, I can sing inspirational music, So I think it's just about finding your niche, which you're doing. And you're also realizing, like, you know what? I need more education for it. I need to go back. A lot of kids say, like, well, I want to be a makeup artist. Okay, great. Go to cosmetology school. But also go to business school so you know how to run your business as a cosmetologist or makeup artist or whatever.
Take a lot more science classes. Like, I'm learning that there are a lot of things I thought I knew because I had exposure to it. But I really do learn a lot from my mentors, and even like from my boss. I call him my boss. He calls me the little boss, and he's the big boss. That's kind of like the running nickname that we have. But like sometimes I'll call him and be like, okay, what is this? What is this? What is this? And even though like I'm over operations and the business side of everything, I still have to learn what our media personalities know, just so I can train them. And now that I have interns under me, it's like, I gotta get even more information because then I'd be depriving them. So I'm constantly like in a learning,
That's great
mode.
though. That's at least, I feel like when creative people always are learning. Like especially like I've learned how to put all this whole podcast together, but I don't know one thing about lighting. I don't know one thing about video. I don't know one thing about sound, but I know we can do it. So let's figure it out.
You know how to reach the same person who can. I'm that person.
So it's like we're still gonna do it. So tell us a little bit more about Blessed Beats. Like, how has it transitioned to helping others, or how do you feel like the diversity in it, that it's, transitioning into what?
So Blessed Beats initially, like I said, started out as a show. It was just a show that we were able to get on 93.7. It was like a faith-based show on a hip-hop station. So that alone was like a big thing, right? And we would like to like highlight different people in the community who are doing things, music celebrities and things like that. But now it's expanded into this full community of inspiration in music, Christian hip hop, indie artists, any new artist, that's what we're behind. We support that. Also anything in the community. So we have a portion where like anything that's going on in the community, health wise, we want to be there and support via media outlets so we can help spread your message. We're really big also about women's issues. So like sex trafficking and like abortions, things like that people don't get to talk about, things that you wouldn't connect with church or with Christianity and faith or things like that. We want to cross those lines. So now it's become a community where people can have a voice and also be inspired and understand that you're not alone and that
and not be judged.
And not be judged. That is it. Like that's it.
Because I've heard a lot of Christian people always feel like, well, I can't, I don't know how to ask. But like, if this is a great outlet for them to be able to ask and do and feel freely and not judged.
Like we are actually official partners with the Gulf Coast chapter of Lupus Foundation. So we just did the Lupus Walk a few months ago. We hosted the Lupus Walk, and it was actually a big deal because there was a terrestrial station that they were usually working with, and now they moved to a digital station, which is us, and we're official partners with them. So like we get behind a lot of things in the community. But Blessed Beats just really went from just being, a source, like a show just once a week, to now we are a continuous
But that just shows you it's like the community wants these type of things, needs these type of things, and like also, as a mentor, as other people can see that, you can start here, but this is where you can go. Or you think like everything has to be pop, hip hop, and what is another form? Alternative country.
Rockers,
You know,
yeah.
but there's other avenues that you can seek, and this is a great example of that. So,
and our music it's a conglomerate of all things.
Sure.
So we also wanted to give people, there are people who love Christian hip hop. There are people who love Christian rock music. There are people who love Christian country. Like, we now have a station where you can get all the things that you like, all the inspirational things that you like. Because we even play some stuff, like we had God's Plan playing the other day. Like, how you get Drake on a Christian station? Yeah. We've got it, right? You know, but it's for everyone who needs that little bit of inspiration throughout the day. At any time, you can go to the station and you can hear us.
Cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So talking about inspiration, you know, this is Support Creative Souls, and we do talk about our little kick into shoes.
Oh, God.
And so I've always asked people to bring a pair of shoes and share us as to why they're important, like short as to why they're important to you.
Okay.
So Charlie brought two pair of shoes.
But I'm going to show you only one.
Okay.
Because this is like...
And also, guys, I'm wearing my little Adidas sneakers today. I don't know if you can see them. I always show my shoes.
See, and I have my other Adidas, but you're not going to see those. So these are my sandals. Some people call them Jerusalem Cruisers. Some people call them, I don't know, like dad sandals. I don't know. So I have a pair of these that are also like Birkenstocks as well. Yeah. But these are my Celias because, you know, I love Celia Cruz. So this is just kind of like the thing. But the reason I brought these is because this is like my real life. And then like the heels that I have on right now is like my work life, but like in reality, you'll see me in these around the office. Like I will kick off my heels very quickly and get down and dirty. Yeah. Plus it also reflects like where I'm from. So Austin is very like, you know, earthy. We're like
granola.
Yeah, we're like really hippies, like very laid back and comfortable. Right. But like these are like my favorite shoes because this is always, to me, this reminds me of home. This grounds me to like the reality of who I am. Besides like what people may see on like Instagram or social media or what they think I am. Because I'm such like when I'm in there, I'm like, let's get it, let's go. And I don't want people to think that I'm always turned on. Like the majority of the time.
That is your calm.
This is my calm before the storm.
Y'all, she's wearing these shoes, you know, she's being calm.
Yeah, right? Come to me about anything.
Now she's in the hills. Go on, leave the office.
Because I gotta get to where I'm going because these shoes hurt. But yeah, this is me. This is home. So like I'm usually always in a pair of sandals.
I love it. I love that. Yeah. I love how just one pair of shoes can tell the whole story.
Yeah.
Okay, this is our recurring question, but what would you tell a young creative who is currently where you were 5 years ago? If you have to think about that a little bit, you can, because sometimes I have to when I read it.
Yeah. A young creative that was where I was 5 years ago. I was getting ready to move to Houston, and I was doing a lot. So 5 years ago, because I also do music. So 5 years ago, I was back home in Austin. I had just moved back from San Antonio, where I went to Incarnate Word, and I was focusing on music. I was working a full-time job. I was also an intern for a designer, and I was in like the most terrible relationship ever. Like it wasn't bad. It was just not the stuff.
Right.
But for some strange reason, I found solitude, and I still found time to be creative.
Yeah.
So what I would tell someone is, no matter what's going on, make time for your art and your gift, and always remember that that is your escape. And that is like the language that you get to speak to everyone else.
It's true.
So like, even through like everything that I was doing, I had that time to be able to speak my language and tell people who I really was. And so just don't be afraid to take that time to yourself and really be able to speak your language. So that's just
I love that. You guys, this is Charlie Moore, and she's gonna give you guys where you can find her, where you can find Blessed Beats in a quick.
Yes. So my name is Charlie. If you know my government, it's Charliy Moore. But you can find me on all outlets. It's Hey Charlie, and it's HeyCharliy. Blessed Beats, you can find us on all outlets, especially on Instagram, Blessed Beats Media, and Blessed Beats. Beats is with a Z, so it's BEATZ Media. On Instagram, you can find us Blessed_Beats with a Z. On Facebook, The Blessed Beats with a Z. But yeah,
it's all like we like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's like all these. But yeah, always find me, Hey Charlie, and we'll lead you to everything else.
Awesome. Well,
Yes.
thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having
Love
me.
having you, taking the time. I know you're a busy woman,
Yes.
and I'm proud of you. You're
Thank
making
you.
moves, and you've been a blessing to have you on the show. I also want to give a quick shout out to We Co-work Space, our sponsored location. Comida caliente salsa.
Oh,
Get
yes.
yo jar. And Fragrances of Wine. Check them out on their website. They have 4 different smells, and they're delicious. And that is all for us today. Support Creative Souls. Find us. Oh, we have a new YouTube page. Go and follow us. I need subscribers. And our Instagram is Support Creative Souls, and we're on Facebook as well. And I am Stefani Vara. Thanks for joining us. Besos.
Bye.
That's all for Support Creative Souls podcast. I hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for next time and make sure and follow us on social media at Support Creative Souls.